Time I will call to order the Stillwater Utilities Authority meeting for October 7th, 2024. Trustees, questions, comments, or action on the consent docket?
I move approval of consent.
Second.
A motion and a second on consent. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the consent docket is approved. Down to resolutions. 5A, Resolution SUA 2024-7, a resolution approving and authorizing the execution of an amended trust indenture, creating and recreating the Stillwater Utilities Authority and containing other provisions relating thereto. As discussed in the City Council meeting, questions, comments, or action on this resolution?
Motion to adopt resolution number SUA-2024-7.
Second.
A motion and a second to adopt the resolution. Please vote. With a vote of 5-0, that resolution is adopted. While Trustee Clark excuses himself, I'm just going to reiterate, I have to really read the whole title of these resolutions, right? You make me do that.
Yes,
for
the
legal
charter says
reasons.
introduced
Okay.
by title.
All right. This is a long one, I'm just saying.
I enjoy it.
Resolution number SUA 2024, wow. Resolution SUA 2024-8, a resolution of the Stillwater Utilities Authority, the authority authorizing the issuance of its utility system and sales tax revenue bonds, the bonds, in one or more series in the aggregate principal amount of not to exceed $51,325,000, and authorizing a certificate of determination, approving the solicitation for and use of bond insurance and or a reserve surety or insurance policy, designating underwriters with respect to the sale of the bonds, authorizing the sale of the bonds at negotiated sale and waiving competitive bidding, approving the form of bond purchase agreement, approving a general bond indenture and series supplemental bond indenture authorizing the issuance and securing of the payment of the bonds, providing that the organizational document creating the authority is subject to the provision of the bond indenture, ratifying and confirming a lease agreement as amended pertaining to the leasing of the city's water, sanitary sewer, solid waste, and electric systems to the authority, and authorizing an amended lease agreement and operation and maintenance contract, approving and authorizing execution of a sales tax agreement by and between the city and authority pertaining to a year-to-year pledge of certain sales tax revenue, approving the form of an official statement pertaining to the bonds, authorizing the chairman or vice chairman to approve any correction to said official statement, and authorizing distribution of the same, approving the form of a continuing disclosure agreement and an official statement, ratifying and confirming a power purchase and sale agreement and a capacity purchase agreement with the Grand River Dam Authority, authorizing and directing the modification of collateral pertaining to certain obligations of the authority to the Oklahoma Water Resources Board, authorizing and directing the execution of bonds and other documents relating to the transaction, including bond insurance and or surety documents, and professional services agreements with bond counsel, financial advisor, and disclosure counsel, and containing other provisions relating thereto.
We like authorizing and directing better than the way we had it read. So
I'm going to assume that should have been an and.
That you are correct, Mayor. I will make one other note. We talked through this with Ms. Carnley earlier this morning. We would propose adding about 6 words in section 1 under indebtedness authorized. We're going to add in a provision that says funding a reserve requirement with respect to the bonds. That was contemplated. We thought it'd be clearer if that sentence was in there. So as you vote on this resolution, you would do so with that amendment we would propose.
Yes, it's been changed to the resolution for signature. It's the one minor amendment since what was posted in the agenda packet. On advice of bond counsel, with that amendment, we are seeking approval of resolution SUA 2024-8.
I think we've covered just about everything else, but we would be happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Action on the resolution?
Do we need to adopt it with those changes mentioned?
Yes,
Just say
if your
as.
motion could just be as amended.
Okay.
At the end of the motion.
Motion to adopt resolution number SUA-2024-8 as amended.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution. Please vote. With a vote of 4-0, with Councilor Clark not participating, that resolution is adopted. Excuse me, with Trustee Clark not participating. Any reports from the officers of the board? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
With a motion and a second to adjourn SUA, please vote. With a vote of 5-0, the Stillwater Utilities Authority is now adjourned, and that concludes our meetings for the evening.